We should know and understand the USP chapters. There are various USP chapters which are very much specific and which are informative also. One of these USP chapter is USP chapter 1094, and it is for the capsules, dissolution testing and the related quality attributes. I welcome all the viewers to this part 1 video for this USP chapter series. It is quite big topic, so I have made 3 parts for making the videos. USP chapter 1094 part 1, part 2 and part 3 will be there. I suggest and request to go through all these 3 videos to have the understanding about this chapter. The USP chapter provide the information and guidelines for the testing and for the quality. USP chapter 1094 is for the quality of the capsules and the dissolution testing. It gives the complete information for the capsules. Capsules are the oral formulations, or you can say the solid oral formulations containing the granules or containing the powder, containing the pellets, or nowadays these capsules are containing the liquid also, containing the pellet and powder combination, and may contain different combination for the medicines. Mainly this chapter is related to the capsule formulation. Objective of the chapter is to outline the approaches for developing dissolution test procedures for capsules. Supplementary to these USP chapters are the USP chapter 711 for dissolution, 724 for drug release, 1092 for dissolution procedure development and validation, 2040 for disintegration and dissolution of the dietary supplements. So all these chapters are interlinked with each other. We should know and understand all these chapters. So let's discuss related to the capsules quality attributes. Mainly there are 2 types of the capsules, like hard gelatin capsules and the soft gelatin capsules. Hard shell capsules, or known as hard gels, these are thin rigid shell, typically gelatin or HPMC, and water act as a plasticizer. These may contain like the other components like SLS, sometimes contain the titanium dioxide and colorants, may be printed or plain. Soft gel capsules or soft shell capsules are having the thick and elastic shell made up of gelatin mainly, and these contain glycerol or sorbitol as plasticizer, contain water, and have the longer rupture time than the hard gelatin shells. Capsule shell composition, so mainly the polymers like gelatin, starch, cellulose derivatives like HPMC are used. Plasticizers for hard gel is water. For soft gel it is polyol like glycerol and sorbitol. Polymer to plasticizer ratio determines the rigidity, brittleness and dissolution performance. Soft gelatin capsules are soft in nature, made up of one capsule only or capsule shell that is hermetically sealed, and hard gel capsules are made up of the body and the cap. Classification of the capsules by the film material. So hydrophobic solutions may be there, hydrophobic dispersions may be there, hydrophilic solutions, hydrophilic dispersions and solids may be there. Coming to the hydrophobic solutions, these may be oil-based API and have the slow wetting property. Hydrophobic dispersions contain the API in oil or wax, and these may be semi-solid or semi-solid consistency. Hydrophilic solutions contain the PEG, water-miscible solvents, and these have the rapid dissolution. Hydrophilic dispersions have the API in hydrophilic vehicle. These show the fast release. Solids may be like the powder blends, pellets or tablets, and these depends on the API properties. Manufacturing and packaging factors affecting the dissolution. Capsule shell and the film material properties both affect the dissolution of the capsules. Interaction between the shell and the film material may also affect, or you can say affect, the dissolution. Moisture content and action between the shell and the film material. Sometimes the moisture is taken off from the environment by the shell, and from the shell it is taken by the interior material, field material, or sometimes from field material to the shell. Chemical interaction like cross-linking potential, drying rate, and migration of the API into the shell, packaging and storage, effect of the oxygen, moisture, or moisture ingress, water content, affects dissolution and stability of humidity sensitive APIs. These are the factors related to the packaging and manufacturing which affect the dissolution of the capsules. Then water penetration and shell hydration. Upon immersion, water penetrates into the capsule walls, it hydrates and swells. Hydration time, it is typically for 40 seconds for the gelatin capsule shells, and it is around 3 minutes or up to 3 minutes or less. Sometimes it may be more also depending on to the capsule for the HPMC capsule shells. Delay in the hydration may impact the immediate release dissolution results and minimal effect on the modified release capsules. So if the capsule is containing the modified release pellets or modified release tablets like enteric coated or delayed release coated tablets or pellets, so hydration will not affect much for the modified release, but it will impact onto the IR release. Coming to the cross-linking in gelatin capsules, I have made some videos on this topic, so you can go to those videos to have understanding about the cross-linking. So formation of the strong covalent bond between the gelatin chains or between the amino acids uh, becomes or it makes the covalent bonds between the amino acids and leads to the cross-linking, or it is also called as pellicle formation. The pellicles are water insoluble and that's why directly affect the dissolution. So if pellicle is formed or cross-linking is there, then it will slow down the drug release. Mechanism of cross-linking. So reactive groups, agents, mainly aldehydes from the covalent link between the lysine residues gives the cross-linking phenomena. Common cross-linkers are formaldehyde, butylaldehyde, glycol, and reducing sugars. It may occur internally or it may be externally. If it is internally, the field shell interaction may be responsible, and externally, the packaging or environmental conditions or exposure may be responsible. Types and causes of capsule cross-linking. Causes include aldehydes in the API, aldehydes in the excipients, or aldehyde exposure because of the packaging. Also, because of the harsher conditions like high humidity, temperature, peroxide impurities like in PEG, light exposure, metal ions forming the weaker crosslinks, decomposition products may lead to the cross-linking. Impact of cross-linking on dissolution. As we know that cross-linking of the capsule shells will lead to slowdown of the drug release. So pellicle formation slows or prevents capsule disintegration and it leads to variability in the drug release between the capsules. In rare cases, it may lead to capsule seam rupture in the soft gelatin shells or in the hard gelatin shells. Mitigation for the cross-linking. So identify and eliminate the cross-linking sources like some of the excipients or impurities in the APIs or excipients or harsher conditions, packaging. Use modified gelatin or alternate polymers. You can go for HPMC shells instead of gelatin shells. Add enzymes like pepsin pancreatin to dissolution medium, and these are required to be justified. So if you add pepsin, if it is acidic media, or pancreatin if it is basic media, it will rupture the cross-linking and dissolution will get improved. Preventive and control strategies. So select low reactive excipients, use suitable antioxidants and packaging materials, avoid the aldehyde containing lubricants, solvents or excipients, control humidity and temperature during manufacturing and storage. One of the most important thing I wanted to highlight here is that not only you should store the filled capsules but also the capsule shells. Store them properly, protect from the harsher conditions of humidity and temperature. Include enzyme mediated dissolution testing whenever needed. It requires method development and validation. So in summary, capsule dissolution is influenced by the shell composition, plasticizer ratio, field material properties, and cross-linking. Shell field interaction and storage conditions. Cross-linking is a major source of dissolution variation and slowdown of the dissolution. Preventive formulation and packaging strategies are essential for consistent performance. For making this video, I have referred different USP chapters like USP 1094, which is for capsule dissolution testing and related quality attributes, USP 711 chapter for dissolution, USP 1092 chapter for dissolution procedure development and validation, USP 2040 chapter for disintegration and dissolution of the dietary supplements. So this video will give you understanding about the capsule properties, the problems in the capsule dissolution, and how to mitigate it. In next video, we are going to learn more regarding the dissolution of the capsules. Thank you for watching the video.